Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. Philip Norton here from Norton Trading, and today let's take a look at how our watch list from last Friday has played out so far this week. First off, we'll take a look at those first trades from Monday in Stitch Fix, Kohl's, and TEVA, and how they actually played out for us. Now, we made money on all three of those trades. However, one of them wasn't quite as good as the others, and that one, of course, is Stitch Fix, where we'll start first today. We called for all three of those trades to be short, and we were looking for a move down. On Stitch Fix, I was actually looking for an open lower on Monday and a move all the way down to that support line. We did get that lower open on Monday, got into the trade early, was looking for a great move. However, we shot down, hit VWAP, and caught a lot of support off of that. So as that sprang back up right in the first few minutes of the day, got out of the trade. A very small profit in there, really nothing to even really count before it actually moved higher. So not a successful trade there as we'd hoped, though we did get the early signs that we were looking for. It couldn't break VWAP, and it really shot back up. Now we're actually looking at Stitch Fix for a move higher. You'll see that volume is starting to diminish quite a bit over the last few days as we got down to VWAP here. And I would like to see that volume kind of ramp up over the next 2 days, and as we move back up a little bit higher into the 45, 46 range. So that's really what we're watching over the next couple of days. Probably won't take a trade in it, but we'll watch it to see how that reacts when it gets up here into that 45, 46 range. Does it kind of top and make another shoulder here and start to work its way back down? We might have another shorting opportunity, or is it something that's going to push all the way back up towards the highs? So we'll keep it on our radar. Out of the trade now, not really any profits from it, but it worked out all right. The other two trades that we took, though, have worked out quite well for us, and that was the shorting of Kohl's and TEVA. We called the short Kohl's first thing coming out of the gate on Monday, and we actually looked for it to hold underneath this trend line for support. We, of course, got that early morning open to popping up right up into the trend line, giving us all kinds of sell signals there. We were able to short that, and we've been walking it down. Now, I have taken half of my short out, took profits this morning, or actually closer to this afternoon as we got down to 74. If I go ahead and break the chart down a little bit, you'll see that 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, we actually got down to 74, broke it real quick, and then shot up. We were unable to break 74 again on the retest. We didn't even get back down to it. So went ahead and took half of my shares. Go ahead and close out that short there, and we'll be holding on to those, see how it goes over the next couple of days. So with that support there, if it does decide to move back higher, stop is 75. Get out, keep the rest of our profits. However, if it does come back down to retest 74 and break it, we'll be looking to add back those shares we sold for a further move down. So keeping that trade going, and we'll keep moving on that over the next couple of days. And the third trade that we called for to start out Monday has been our best one, and that is the short of TEVA. Just like the other ones, came out of the gate looking really good. It gapped down in the first thing in the morning as it started to pop up and failed to really go green on the day, right? That was our entry point, and we have been watching it move down quite seamlessly over the last 2 days, closing right here today on VWAP. We'll be looking for that to open up. It actually might open a little higher and then break VWAP during the day, or if it gaps down and retests it, we'll be watching kind of that price action to see if it does give any support around VWAP. However, the way the stock is moving and looking right now, I expect this to continue moving much lower, and I will be watching for it to get all the way down to the 200 SMA over the next really week or so. So that is our point. Our next price target really to watch is probably close to $21 over the next week or so for TEVA. So 3 good trades that we called for on Monday. Unfortunately, Stitch Fix didn't work out as well as the other two, but definitely some profits that we were able to take. All right, we also had a handful of stocks that we talked about in last week's watch list that were just on the radar to watch. No purchases yet. The first of those is Dropbox. Now, Dropbox, we have this little consolidation here. It has been in this long downtrend, but we are starting to consolidate, finding a little bit of a bottom here. And so we are watching for that breakout. Today, we had a good move up, getting close to that breakout point. Actually, so much that this will be one of the first stocks I'm watching tomorrow, really in the morning, to see what kind of price action we get right up here into that 27.34 range. If we're able to break through that, really get above maybe even 27.40, 27.50, great buying opportunity. We might be in for that breakout. Of course, if we come right up into that 27.34 range and we run into a lot of resistance, that might be looking like we're moving our way back down. Might take a little bit of a short scalp tomorrow during the day, depending on the price action. But that's not the main trade I'm looking for. I'm really looking for this breakout here on Dropbox. So I'm looking for that to break out and then, of course, move higher. The first thing we'll watch if it does move higher is the retest of VWAP up here in that 28.50 range before, of course, then you get all the way up here to that 35 range. So a lot of potential on this for a breakout. Definitely something we'll be watching tomorrow for that to happen. All right, the next stock that we've been looking at is TRXC. Now this stock we were looking for either it to continue its move down to find support again around $6, or if we could break out above the highs at 684. We actually did break those on Monday. This was something we closed above it. I was looking definitely to getting into this stock as it moved higher after the close above 684. Right as we opened, we did open higher and it just started dropping like a rock. Of course, big sell signals broke through 684 and just continued to run down. From there, we'll go to GALT. We were looking for this one to find a good buying opportunity along that short-term trend line. We got a little bit of a pop on Monday, big sell-off today as we head back down. We are sitting right here on the 9. I didn't quite get to that trend line, but that does give us the opportunity that we might find a nice buying opportunity tomorrow. So we will be watching that retest of that trend right around $6 tomorrow. If we find some good support there and an entry point at $6 tomorrow, it might be an opportunity to get in, at least for the push back up to $6.50 or $7 over the next couple of days. All right, and the next trade we'll take a look at is Walmart. Now, this is something I've been holding from 95, not really our big money makers or high volatility stocks at all. However, this is giving us pretty long, nice cup and handle that we're watching. And so as mentioned, that we are holding that stock right around $95. We are looking for it to continue its break up. We only have a small position at the moment. Stop out, of course, is below 94.20. So we got a little bit of a pullback on Monday, and then of course that all got bought up and moved higher today. So really, in the grand scheme of things, haven't really moved much since Friday, but we are still holding that one. Hoping that it will continue to move higher. It will add to the position again over 97.50, and then of course add even more if it breaks 100 for that run all the way back up. Probably looking to get to highs of 110 is our goal for this trade long term. And finally, we'll end today talking about our two Chinese tech stocks that were on the list. So first, we'll take a look here at WB. On Friday, we were sitting right up here close to VWAP, and what we really talked about was that we did have diminishing volume going up into that VWAP, and that of course is a little bit of sign of weakness, and I felt that we would pull back going down. We of course, with all real Chinese stocks and a lot of the tech stocks on Monday, we gapped down pretty hard. We did hold the 9 SMA there on the daily, and then today we kind of held it as well. However, I still see this as a stock we might find some consolidation back over to the trend line before going lower, but I don't see this as a buy at the current price it is now. And definitely the chart is saying that we definitely could have a move back down closer to 70. If we do move up, I don't have a lot of confidence in that move, and so we'll definitely be watching over the next couple of days to see what signals it gives us buy or sell before we make any move there. And finally is IQ. Now today was the lockout expiration for IQ. A lot of people were predicting a massive move lower. We did not get that. We actually up a little over 2% on the day, so quite a good day for the IQ bulls considering what it could have been. On Friday, we actually talked about being on this support line right here around 26. Had we pulled back to that on a big red day on Friday. And so the question was, would we be able to hold support and continue this consolidation or break lower? So we did, of course, gap down and move a little bit lower right out of the gate on Monday. However, we did find good support just under $25. You remember from the video, if you've seen it, on Friday, that was the call that if we did break 26, we would look to find support just under 25, and we did at 24.86. And so, of course, we have pulled back from there today, closing up here today at 26.50, which is a good sign. Not only are we past the lockout expiration, but we found support again at the 25 level as we have several times for it moving forward. I actually really like to look at the stock on the weekly chart because you'll see a beautiful double bottom happening here. So if we are able over the next 2-3 weeks to move up and break through this downtrend line, this really could signal that reversal for IQ. Something definitely watching over the next couple of days, and can we have that breakout we've been waiting for on IQ and the moves higher. All right, thanks for joining me today, everyone, and good luck trading.